Prime Vettel over Prime Hamilton. These are the hot takes I love. Thank you, James. I appreciate it, mate. And before anyone says anything, James might have a point, to be fair. As Seb in that Red Bull era, he was on a completely different planet to everyone else. He was untouchable. James does have a point. He was against Fernando Alonso, who was in his prime. He had a young, feisty Lewis Hamilton against him. And to be fair, his teammate Mark Webber, very respectable driver, and Seb just blew them all away. So, fair play to Seb. However, I do think if you scratch beneath the surface, it's not quite that simple. Fernando Alonso, for example, he was massively overperforming in that Ferrari. I don't think he had any right being in those title fights. Massive credit to how good Fernando Alonso is, by the way. He should have walked away with more than 2 world titles. Still got plenty of time. He's still going strong at 45. And despite having a dominant car over that era, Seb only wrapped 2 of the 4 titles on the final day of the season, so it wasn't a complete walkover. And then you look at Lewis. To be fair, Lewis had a rocket ship of a Mercedes for most of his titles as well. But you know what the maddest compliment I can give Lewis is? I don't have a bloody clue when his prime was. Not at all. Whether you like him or not, he's been at the top across decades, across eras. His longevity is sensational. I think you can compare them to 2 of the greats in the darts. For me, Vettel's like Michael van Gerwen. When MVG were his best, his highest level was unplayable. Lewis's career reminds me of Phil Taylor. He's been at the top decade after decade after decade, proving himself. It's just been a masterclass of a career. So in terms of primes, it's very difficult to put one ahead of the other. But I would say in 2018, that was the one season where we got to see a prime Seb Vettel and prime Lewis Hamilton against each other in similar level cars. You look back at that season in 2018 and it were perfectly poised. You had Lewis in the Mercedes, Seb in the Ferrari, pretty equal in performance, both in the prime, both on 4 titles apiece. They called it the fight for 5. To be quite honest with you, I do think the Ferrari had a slight edge over the most part of the season. First half of that season, the driving from the pair of them were absolutely sensational. They were neck and neck, proper elite driving. Then we get to Hockenheim, Seb's leading the race and he crashes out his home Grand Prix. Sorry to remind you, Seb fans, but he cracked under the pressure, there's no doubt about it. And even worse, Lewis ended up winning from 14th on the grid. To be honest, I don't think Seb ever recovered from that, and it's a real shame. That's where Lewis showed his greatness. He was pretty much flawless for the rest of 2018. Still remember that lap at Singapore in qualifying. What a joke of a lap that was. One of the best qualifying laps we've ever seen, and he just completely broke Ferrari. Anyway, I want to know your opinions in the comments. James, thanks again for that hot take. I really enjoyed doing that. I want to start responding to these hot takes sooner, so please get them in the comments. Maybe we'll make it a regular thing. In fact, this is perfect. We'll call it Hot Take Tuesday. I'll do it every single Tuesday. Just get them in the comments. I'll respond to them. I promise you. Thank you.